All right, welcome to a new YouTube video by your two favorite people, Lee Gershman and me, Mark Alden Taylor, on the Free for Rock podcast. What's up, Lee?
Wee!
Wee! Cheers, people.
Yeah, buddy.
So our last episode, when we were fucking going off on the Grammys, man, we got our biggest fucking video, except for the Def Leppard video you did. We got
Yeah,
30.
I don't understand why they liked the Def Leppard one, but I can understand why they liked the Grammys. It's because it's a show, and people like to relate to shows.
I think
It's
they
not a
just like
show
the.
I saw. In fact, if you hadn't have told me that it was on, I wouldn't have even known.
I didn't watch 1 minute of it, dude. I just saw the fucking WAP video from fucking Cardi B. You know what? She's a
Yeah,
hot lady. Do what you want. I don't care. I'm for freedom of expression, freedom of speech.
I saw the
I'm just
Mariah.
saying, if you put a fucking warning label on Dumbo, put a fucking warning label on her also. That's it.
It's like I saw there was one that was like the Mariah Carey thing from I forget, it was like New Year's Eve or New Year's, or it was something that she did, and apparently the track that was supposed to be quote live unquote with her voice on it didn't show up, so she's dancing around going, yeah, give it to me, yeah,
You know what?
ah, ooh, and she didn't really sing, and I'm like, oh my word, this is really bad.
Well, you know what? I respect Cardi B because she did say something. Her thing on the Grammys ran after 10 p.m. and that parents should watch what their kids are watching. She says the parents should be parental control, parental guidance. She's right about that. But the thing is, I'm also saying they should have warned parents that this was going to happen also. But I
Yeah,
heard I heard the one host Trevor Noah did warn people. So I'm okay with that. Do what you want, but 15 seconds on Eddie Van Halen, fuck you. We should have had
yeah,
fuck it. And I
it's
heard
like
well,
it's I don't know, like GRAMMY. I'm trying to think of a weird, like, 6 words, like garbage, rock, and many uh like mushmouth um yuppies, something like that, like it's not. The last time that I saw a Grammy show that I think that I liked, I was about, like, maybe back in 1975, and even then I didn't see the whole thing. I maybe I went in the room and saw 5 or 10 minutes, but I thought that's cool. But
I
then,
I'm just saying, just because I don't like Cardi B doesn't mean she doesn't have the right to perform the way she wants to. The only criticism I have is when she performed, it was lip syncing. And do it live.
yeah,
Just sing, rap it live, Cardi, man. You're a cool lady who like pushes the boundaries like Madonna and other people before you, and I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. I just don't like the hypocrisy of people saying you're okay when Burr can't say things that are just as controversial as you. Just let it go,
yeah,
man. People should stop bitching and complaining about shit because all they're doing is canceling shit. I don't want to cancel Cardi. I don't want to cancel Bill. I don't want to cancel Prince when he did fucking Darling Nikki, which is a fucking obscene song that I love. You know,
Yeah, hey, my words, I used to do really, really nasty lyrics back in the early 80s. It's a good thing I wasn't on the Grammys, because we would have had people shock the hell out of what I did.
well, social
But
media has blown everything up.
huh?
Social media has blown everything up to shit.
Yeah. Back
Everything is
then in the
scrutinized
80s,
and over fucking analyzed. And Cardi B, props to you, props to whatever you want to do. I am okay with what you did. I'm just not okay with other people getting on other people for doing just as
no,
bad as
I
you
get
did. They should like accept everything. If they don't want to watch it, scroll on by or don't watch. That's it.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, or even back in the 70s, people just said what they said. And if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, someone might punch someone in the face and say fuck you, but then the other person would say, okay, sorry dude, and then they have a beer, and that's it. It wasn't social media. It was people being social. And hey man, if you want to say something, you say it. And if someone wants to get on them for it, they got on them for it. But it was face to face. It wasn't, oh my God, I saw something that someone said to someone yesterday. Oh my God. It was more like just, hey, fucker, don't call me a fucker. Okay. Hey, dude, want to go out? Kind of like that. That's
Hey,
how it was.
the thing is, Fox News got on Cardi B for what she did. That's their opinion. But the thing
They'll
is,
do that
she
because they
she
just
was
want to have ratings.
she's being artistic. She's doing what she wants. It's like nothing different that Madonna or Britney Spears didn't do. But they're picking on her.
Yeah.
And I hate to be racial, but if Britney Spears did what she did, Britney Spears would not have got attacked like Cardi B. I
Yeah.
don't like Cardi B's music. I don't like her. I don't know her, but I bet she's a great person in person. I bet she's a nice person. I bet she takes care of her kids just like we take care of our kids. I don't have kids. But the thing is, she's right. If you don't want people to see what I did, you turn off the channel.
There
Free
was
speech, free speech. I'm for free speech. I'm a conservative, but I'm not going to give her shit for what
no,
she
I
did.
know.
I only give them shit because they go off on other people for things that she did, but they go off on the other people worse.
You're level-headed.
I just don't want people to be censored. Let them do
Yeah,
what they want.
I agree. I think that if someone wants to self-censor, which means you don't see it if you don't like it, then don't see it. But I have to agree, even if it's something that I don't like, I have to admit as an artist that if someone's doing something artistic, they have the right to do it, because that's what freedom of expression means. Because just because I don't like it, it doesn't mean that other people can't like it. You know, I
I'm just tired of fucking
yeah.
conservatives or fucking leftists or whatever you are. They fucking want to censor things they don't like. The thing is, this is fucking America. You do what you want and you could turn it off if you don't like it and shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
There
Cardi
was
B or whatever, or Prince back in the day or Madonna. You guys didn't go off on them as much, but fucking you go off on Cardi B And the thing is, she has the right to do what she wants to do. If we don't like it, we don't like it. We don't have to question her fucking whatever she does.
Yeah.
Thing is, there's a lot of people, more people who like it than don't like it. So shut the fuck up and just let it go. Metal and rap in the 80s was fucking sexual fucking innuendos as fuck. And nobody went off on them talking about women as objects and fucking thing. Cardi B does what she wants to do. She makes money. She lives her life. And if it offends you, shut the fuck up and let it go, because there's probably a lot of things that are worse that she did that you guys don't care. What about Motley Crue, girls, girls, girls? Fucking strippers everywhere in that video. Did you guys complain about that shit now? Did you guys try to cancel Motley Crue? They're fucking sexist assholes, but I love them. I don't care. I don't like her music, but she has the right to do what she wants to do because it's America.
Yeah. I think it's the attitude of the people who are doing the canceling. Like the people who like a certain thing are against the other thing. But one thing that I will say, like for instance, there's a book by William Bowman. It was a novel called You Bright and Risen Angels. And there was a scene in it. He describes, he says, in the book, as you're reading it, he says, in the next few pages, there's going to be a scene that talks about a guy who gets horribly electrocuted. And it's going to be very graphic. And it's going to be very detailed. So if you want to avoid reading about it, skip a few pages. I like that he did that. I read it. And yeah, it's very disturbing. It's really wigged out. But in its own way, it was kind of fun. But it's like, at least he let people know ahead of time, if you don't want to read that kind of thing, then I'm letting you know you can skip a few pages and avoid it. I do appreciate that someone is able to at least warn people ahead of time, so then in case they don't want to be so totally disturbed by something, that they can have someone let them know ahead of time, hey, you might not like this horribly weird scene, kind of like that.
But the thing is, Cardi B was right. If you don't, your parents, it's at 10 p.m. at night, turn it off if you want to parental guidance your kids. Cardi B parental guidance her kids, which is fine. She's doing art, she's doing what she wants. Metal acts in the day, fucking misogynist fucking girls, fucking boobs and whatever, cherry pie, fucking what, fuck you like an animal from Wasp. You know, did we want to censor them? We had the PMRC that fucking tried to censor that shit. And that fucking didn't work. We put a fucking parental guidance sticker on the albums and that made it sell. Like Cardi B said, hey, you just made my video get a lot of fucking downloads. Thank you. She's
And the
right.
weird thing is, John Gore was a Democrat. Damn, you know. So the people who were doing the PMRC, I do have to admit, I thought Tipper Gore was she looked kind of nice. I mean, I hope she doesn't see this video and think that I'm a creep for saying that, but physically, I thought she was kind of nice looking, but I thought there's no way that I will vote for John Gore, or no,
Al Gore.
John Gore, because
What's his name? I don't even remember his name.
oh, John Gore.
He
John Gore,
wasn't
I
John
think.
Gore.
Huh?
He wasn't John. He was Al Gore.
Albert Gore.
Al Gore.
Al Gore. Okay, thank you. But anyway, if he's involved with her, then that means she'll have her say in da 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 da. There's another guy who I wasn't against, who I heard he's actually a really nice guy, but when he's on the campaign trail, he acts maybe or he says stuff like he's trying to be a jerk, but that's only for the press. They say in behind the scenes, he's actually a really cool guy, and that's Bob Dole. But I never got a chance to find out how Bob Dole would be, because people got on him, and I never thought anything that he said was wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, let's get out of politics. I'm just saying,
Okay,
freedom
I
of
will say that this
expression.
is the most politics that I've said in a long time, but I'm cool with getting out of it.
I'm talking about, this is America. Freedom of expression. Cardi B, do what you want. You know, if people don't want to watch it, tune off. You're right. I agree with you. I don't like your music. I don't like what you do. But if you want to do it, I'm okay with it, because I want my artist to do what they want to do. I want Wasp to say fuck like an animal. I want fucking Twisted Sister. I want fucking anybody to be who they want to be. I don't want things censored, because this is America. If you don't want to listen to it, scroll on by or don't listen to it. Stop being a fucking prude. I'm a Christian, but the thing is, I'm not a judging Christian, because that's all of God. God will judge you. Even though you don't think there's a celestial being up there, I believe.
Here's the thing.
I'm not here to judge you.
I'll put it to you like this. I'm not saying that there isn't a celestial being, but what I'm trying to say is that instead of someone, and I don't want to go into this a long time, but I just want to clarify something quick. If someone thinks that they are being controlled or being looked after by a being who's after them, this is what I'm saying. The universal energy is everyone and everything is involved. So it is not someone looking after you. It is you learning. That's the point. If you want to believe in a God, that's your business. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But the thing that I'm saying is some people feel guilt because they feel like, wait a minute, what if I am doing wrong by God? God is just another word for everything. We are all a part of God, if you're going to use the word God in it. But it's the universe. It's everything is connected. That's all I want to say.
I believe that God is inside you. You know,
that's exactly it. So we might use different terminology, but yeah, I'm not an atheist. I never was. I'm just saying that there's everybody has their own interpretation of things. So we all interpret words and ways of saying things differently. But I cannot tell you how to be because you're not me. You know, I mean, I can only say what I think. The only thing I want is if someone knows that I'm sincere. But other than that, even if you were to say, Lee, I don't agree with you one bit, but I do understand that you believe what you believe. That's what most people, I think, ought to do, is like, it's not a matter of, hey, do you believe what I believe? It's more like, even if here's the thing, I want to say this and then I'll be done. When someone says, for instance, it's like if someone says you're full of crap or whatever they say, what they're trying to say is, I don't think that you're telling the truth. I think that you're lying to me. And that's what the insult is. It's like, if someone's able to say, I don't agree with you at all, but I understand that you're telling me what you think is true, that's when respect happens. Because even if we don't agree with each other, if we at least have the trust to understand that we're all, at least saying what we all feel is true, that's the point.
Yes, I will never put down someone's opinion on what they feel or because
Yeah,
the thing is, you look like a hypocrite. I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like hypocrisy on left or right. I want
yeah,
people to understand people. You may have a different opinion, but doesn't mean your opinion is wrong or right.
yeah,
The thing is, you need to respect people's opinion and stop being a dick. That's why I'm saying I don't like Cardi B's music, but I
yeah,
respect what she does because she has a conviction for it.
yeah,
And that's it. I don't like Britney Spears music, but the thing is, I respect her for doing what she does. I don't like Paul Stanley when he lip syncs or uses auto tunes, but the thing is, he does what he does because he does what he does. And
yeah.
he
Hey,
can do
that's
what he
cool.
does. Fuck, I won't listen to it. I'm not going to listen to Soul Station. I'm not going
I feel like doing a song called "I Want to Do Auto Tune Better Than You." You're the one in the charts. I
I
bet that I could go poo
my
and
opinion
fine tune all my farts.
my
Yeah.
opinion on auto tune, if you have to auto tune, don't sing. Stop.
It's like, you know what? If someone were to auto tune me, I would go from going, to going, it would be just as bad. It would just be auto tuned.
But the thing is, your music is so real and from the heart. Fucking, who
Thank
cares
you.
what you sound like? You fucking say what you want to say, you do what you want to do, and it's fucking rules.
Can I tell you some? Um, I know that you say that you're not a musician, but I want to say something, and I want to know whether or not you can understand what I'm talking about. I want to first say, have you ever sometimes had thoughts like, let's say, for instance, I think that Rush is the most progressive rock group out there, and I love their songs because I love the way Geddy Lee does the bass and the way that Alex Lifeson does the guitar. But then when you speak it, you go, I think Rush is cool because there's something about the mind that when you think it, you might think it quick and smart, but then when you say it, it doesn't come out the same. In other words, with me, I know that if I want to say, and I'm going to try to sing this in tune, because my dad said once that I was able to. It's a wonderful night for a moon dance with the stars coming out of your skies. Da 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 da. I mean, that's not perfect, but I tried. But with my songs, sometimes I might try to sound like that, and I go da 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 da, just because I'm not a trained singer. I know what I want to sing, but it doesn't come out the way that I think it. I know what the notes are, but my voice doesn't do it. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, I try to sing and I know I suck at singing. I don't have the rhythm. I don't have the tone. But
Man, I've
dude,
heard you sometimes, and
you
you're better
make
than me at times.
you make some fucking songs. You don't have the best voice, but you have the soul. And
Yeah,
that's what I
I mean,
appreciate. And that's what I
I have a
respect.
soul in my shoe. I have a hole in my shoe. No, I do thank you because I I do I do my best, but I'm like, damn it, you know, I you know, I wish I could sing better. That's the one thing. It's like, but I could do like you once suggested and do just, talk like, and then we were around doing the thing that we did. And then the background said, da, na, 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 da, 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 da. Like the music and the talking. That's a good idea. I haven't done that because I still think in terms of being a songwriter, and I haven't thought as
You're a
much
great
about doing
songwriter, dude.
talking.
You write
Thanks.
fucking really good songs, dude. And I
Thanks.
love them. And
Thanks.
I'm never gonna down you because of your voice, because your soul and your heart is in what you do.
Yeah. I yeah. Believe it or not, um I might have talked about how there's a website, I don't know if I did, but where it transcribes my um piano, and then it puts it into score music, and it does it for pretty cheap. It's like, you know if you buy, like, if you pay $25, you can get 50 songs transcribed. That's a good deal. And they also have some called Sing to Notes, where I put in my the weird stuff that I do just for vocals, just for fun, just to
I
fuck with
love the lip
people.
raps.
Yeah, or stuff like that. And I put it in, and it transcribed it. It's like I should have the score music to that, because it makes it sound more interesting. It's like, because I can't, I don't like my but I can listen to it as a joke.
Yeah, man, you're right on all that stuff. It's like people like to judge people, they like to do things, but music is subjective. If you don't like something, then let it go, man. That's it. Just let it go.
It's like,
I don't like I said, I don't like Cardi B, but if she wants to do what she wants to do, let her do what she wants to do. That's it.
yeah, and I the thing about it is, I appreciate that you say that, because you mentioned that you didn't like her, and that might be wrong on my part, but the truth is, I think it's good to mention whether someone likes something or not, but it's also good to mention that it's their right to do it, because in this day and age, with so much well, there's so much different kinds of music now, because in our world, we're growing, we're learning. You know, back in the Stone Age, someone with a metal pot and just a stick might go, oh, 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 and do that. Or someone goes, oh, 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 oh. But that was music because it was something that was creative. And now we got so much different technology and so much different music. It's like, I, when I think about it, I almost get overwhelmed. Like, oh my word, how did we get from people just banging on sticks and yodeling to all of a sudden getting computers? And back in the 60s, there was no idea of someone being able to call someone on a cell phone in France for no money, because it, you know, they had to like either call on the you know, PG&E or write them a letter. And now it's like you can talk to someone in Egypt on Messenger and you don't have to pay any money. It's like, to me, it's like things are getting better in life. There's also a lot of horrible crap that happens. Like, I don't want to really talk about it, but I just want to say, for instance, when people rampage and they do crap, I'm talking about some specific, but I don't want to get political, but I will say, when people do that, that's the bad thing. But on the good side is people understand that there's a lot of technology, there's a lot of new imagination, there's a lot of music, there's a lot of creativity going around. And I think that with every bad thing that happens, there's also a lot of good things that happen. And I think that if we concentrate on the good things, then more good things will happen and more good things will happen. And that I'm not saying we have to ignore the bad things, but if 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 we don't give it energy, if we're like, bad thing, whatever you are, stay away from me, and we concentrate on the good things, I do think that's healthy. That's my opinion.
I'm just saying, I don't care if you like Cardi B, you like fucking Metallica. It's like, somebody out there likes it. You shouldn't put down their music taste because you don't care for it. That's all.
Yeah,
It's like we do reviews of records and albums and shit.
yeah.
Sometimes I don't
I
like what
was
you
gonna
pick,
say,
sometimes you don't like what I pick. But the thing is, we give people perspective. We give people, hey, Mark likes it, Lee doesn't like it. Well, Lee likes it, Mark doesn't like it. You know,
yeah.
that's
I
what a
was
review
gonna
is
say, like,
for.
if I was just to say, hey, it's a good album. I don't like it, but I think it's a good album. And then with every song, I went, hey, it's a good song. I don't like it, but it's a good song. And I did that. That would be boring. So
Yep.
you'd be like, or not you, but it would be. I couldn't not get bitchy when it comes to music, because ever since I was a young, tiny kid. I was like 2 years old. And I told my birth mom about the Rolling Stones. She had not heard of them. And I was like, I like this song. I don't like that song. I like this. I don't like that. And I was only 2 years old. Or, well, maybe I waited until I was 3 before I gave the opinions. But I mean, I was a tiny kid. And I always knew what I liked and what I didn't like. And I think that it's fun to give strong opinions. That's how I grew up, was even if you don't think the way other people think, if you're at least very direct and give your opinion, that's a good thing.
That's true. You know, I don't down people for music they like. They can like what they want. I like NWA. I like Eminem. I like freaking Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
I like Anthrax, the Public Enemy. I like Public Enemy. But if you don't like Rush, my favorite band of all time, if you don't like Led Zeppelin, one of my favorite bands of all, you don't like Tesla. I don't fucking call you an idiot because you don't like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And that's fine. I never scrutinize people's musical
Yeah.
opinions. You know, there's shit you don't like. You don't like Bon Jovi, but you do like Bon Jovi. You know,
Oh
I know. I just had to say that. But you know what? Let
no, I understand. Here's the thing. I don't, and I don't, and I. If there's a way that I could say I do and I don't like them, I'll say I don't like them, which means I do and I don't. I don't like them. That's gonna confuse the fuck out people. Here's the thing. When I first heard them on their first album, and maybe I should hear the whole fucking first
she
album.
don't know me. She don't know. Okay.
All I know is that the first album, well, I didn't like what I heard of the first album, and then I didn't like what I heard of other stuff. But then when I heard the song Layer Hands on Me, that's a good song. And
Great
Wanted Dead
song.
or Alive, I have to admit, I hate to admit it, I think that's a good song.
Great song.
Huh?
It's a great song.
It's a good song.
Great.
Anyway,
Musical
whatever.
opinions. Everybody has assholes, you know.
Okay, it's great. It's okay. It's fucking great. Okay, shut up. Sorry, just gonna. All I'm trying to say is, but it took him a while, and here's one thing that I don't really want to have spread around, but I will admit here is that I'm not going to say the podcast or who did the review, but someone had said about a particular Bon Jovi album that it was really bad compared to the early stuff. I actually listened to it, and it was as good as the early stuff.
What album was that? I need to know.
I might be able to tell you offline. I don't want to tell you now.
You know what?
But
I like
no,
Bounce.
it was
Bounce is one of my favorites.
okay. It 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 was a later album. I don't remember what one, but it was like maybe the word down was in the title, like Let Me Down, or I don't know. It was maybe, but I mean it was
Their country album is really good too.
I haven't heard that, but what I'm trying to say is it was like the people on the podcast, who I will not say who they are, they said like the original Bon Jovi was fun, but this album was not. If you give me a moment, I might be off screen for a few seconds, but I want to find out what album. Oh shit. Okay. It was. Give me a moment. Damn it. I think the album was called What About Now?
I love that album.
Yeah.
That was the last album, I think, with Richie Sambora.
Yeah. And and the criticism was it was sad. I didn't think that. I thought it was okay. They said he sounds like an adult who's like mature and da 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 da. But I'm not saying that I liked it, but I didn't dislike it more than the other stuff that I either disliked or liked.
I think my favorite Bon Jovi album is freaking Fahrenheit.
That one I'm not really a fan of.
Yeah, I love Silent Night. I love that song.
I don't.
And I do like Bounce, later album by them. And I fucking I don't know. Their last album, 2020, was not that good. But the album before that, This House Is Not For Sale, was awesome. So they're hit and miss with me, but I will see them
give me
live.
A moment because you can talk and I'm going to.
John puts on a great show live. I've seen him on the last 3 tours.
Yeah.
But not on this, because he hasn't toured on this. What is this? 2020, he hasn't toured on this, but I saw him on the last 3 tours and he kicked ass. The band, Phil X, is a great guitar replacement for Richie. But I did see the last tour with Richie, and it was good too.
Yeah.
But Richie's solo albums are really fucking good, and people need to listen to them. And I think Bon Jovi.
Are there any heavy rock songs on there?
On which one?
On any of Richie's.
Richie, his first solo album was really good. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I liked it. And I liked the second one.
It's possible that I don't know whether or not this is.
It was more blues. It was more blues.
But there was an album that Bon Jovi did. I think it might have been called Bounce.
I love Bounce. That's what I was saying. Bounce is freaking really good. I love the title track. I love that album. That is one of my favorite albums by Bon Jovi. It's later. And I might
actually just to get rid of my hate, because there are people who I like who are not about hate. I might just fucking listen to the whole fucking Bon Jovi catalog to get rid of my hate, even though I don't want to.
You should. And then Dr. Fuck will make fun of you. Oh, man.
There's some albums that you mentioned Ralph. I he's totally cool. I don't
He is a
usually
cool
like to
person. I'm gonna
mention
say that he is a cool person.
people's names on stuff unless it's on my own stuff. But yeah, he's willing to do some albums with me and he's also very, very direct in his opinions. And
he's done albums with us on this podcast also, which he didn't care for.
Huh?
Dr. Fuck, Ralph Vieira, has done albums on this podcast that he didn't care for, but he did it with us.
Yeah. I'm kind of drunk and don't remember what albums they are, but I
don't remember.
I don't doubt it.
He's been on a lot of our. He's been like a 6 or 7 of them.
He's a really, really good guy.
He's a good guy. I just got pissed at him because he called me a liar and I wasn't lying. But fuck, he hasn't blocked me lately on my new profile on Facebook.
He's almost like an angel. I mean, I don't like to talk about
I give him props because he says what he wants to say and he is honest. He's an honest person.
I was so totally drunk out of my gourd, and I was like totally fucked up, and he was so cool with me. That's all I want to say.
He is a cool dude, and I'm an asshole. That's it. But let's
you're not.
I'm an asshole sometimes. Come on. I get pissy. I get pissy just like everybody. But the thing is,
I'll put you like this. You have your opinion. The reason why I didn't shy away from you is because I'm like, hey, just because someone doesn't like someone, I was on your podcast. If I was on your podcast and I was like later like, oh, you're an a-hole, I don't want to talk to you, when we never had any kind of problem, that would be hypocrite for me. So
I never had a problem with Dr. Fuck either. I just had a problem when people call me a liar. It's just a fucking thing I have. When somebody calls me a liar and I'm not lying, I fucking get pissed. That's it.
What if they said that you were laying on the couch and they didn't call you? If instead they just said you're a layer, and that you're a layer of a
just
cool
don't call
guy,
me.
or
just
like
don't call me a liar.
You have a lot of layers to you, and you are awesome with all the intelligent layers.
Hey, I'm gonna say I like Dr.
I'm
Fuck.
just kidding with you.
I love Ralph Vieira. I love Ian Wadley. I love Tim Bream and call me fucking names. The thing is, I know they're just busting.
I love it when you call me names. Do you know that song by Joan Armatrading?
No.
I have to give that song to you just so that you can hear it. I love it when you call me names. I love it when you call me names. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go on.
All right. Well, we didn't do the Steve Perry Journey thing we're going to do.
Thank God.
We'll do that next week, maybe.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But I fucking love Steve Perry. But let's end this now, Lee, and say goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, you assholes.